Joe has been more accident prone than usual today. Joe, that's a bone.
Whole tube cork in that.
You're not going to use a whole tube.
No, I'm not saying I was winging it, but I was winging it.
That's a bit wonky.
Yeah, I know, I'm going to adjust it after, mate.
Good morning, beautiful people. It is actually morning, which is good. The sun is out. It's September, early September, and we've just had a spell of hot weather. So we're going to try and make the most of that. I think Joe's going to finish off some bits in the engine bay.
Yep.
And we might tongue and groove this
a bit.
A bit, maybe. Yeah.
Lots to do. I actually popped over here a couple of days ago and I swapped the injectors, glow plugs, a couple of bits, took the manifold off. I'm waiting for a few more gaskets to put it back together entirely, but yeah, here's a little time lapse of what I was up to. It was a bit difficult to film, so yeah, it's a bit all over the place, but I hope you enjoy it. They are so clean compared to the crap I took out. Got all new copper washers ready to go on. Here's how it stands anyway. So I've got the manifold's been painted. Show me manifold, not the manifold, what? Header tank like that, it's called. That's painted.
Nice and shiny.
I'm just waiting for gasket for here, which is in the post. Then that can be bolted back on, and then I can connect the cooling system back up. I need to pick up a couple bits of pipe to finish it off because I broke, well, I cut one to get it off.
You know you've got MG on there?
Yeah.
Is that trying to like up badge?
Yeah. Basically, as far I'm not the hottest on classic British cars, but before BMC, which is British Motor Company or British Motor Corporation, there was Austin and there was MG. MG was a slightly sportier company, and then they merged to create BMC, so it's sort of making it look older and sportier. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm happy to be corrected, but it just looks cool, doesn't it? It's nice.
Are you meant to stand on that? Is that what that's for?
No.
Oh.
That's why the old ones get dented sometimes.
But you can.
I actually got to put a breather pipe in it. I got to cut, drill a hole, which is going to be scary. Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful. Right, come on then.
What was I doing? Try to clean your brush. Right, can you? I better get out and show you, won't I? That ain't really working that well. That'd be right for your undercoat, right? That'd probably be right for the whole thing. I'm coming. Who took me step away?
You.
You moved it.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was moving.
How dare you?
Look at the beautiful blue skies.
Out there. I need a tape measure. It's in your car.
So, oh, did you put that back in? Because I definitely took it out.
What?
The tape measure.
What for?
To measure the tiles.
What tiles?
The tiles for the fireplace. Oh, I think I took the tape measure out. Anyway, Joe is going to be making a similar like step thing what the batteries are on. For that side, he's going to make it for the other side for the starter batteries and to have room for the diesel heater. So he's going to make that, and then I'm going to paint it, and then hopefully the engine bay should be all lovely then, and then hope we can start running cables and things like that. I can't get over how lovely our Cadit tongue and groove is. Just really shapes the boat. Like, honestly, when we bought the boat, it's really hard to like see, bearing in mind we'd never been on a narrowboat before, but it's really hard to see like the angle of which the walls are. Like, you know, they sort of come in here and then go out at the bottom, but yeah, better than I ever expected. So are you going to do it the same size as the other side?
I think so. Basically it comes out, we've virtually got to make the same, haven't we? The other one's on the roof. Let me have a measure. In theory I could
Why don't you just spin it around and see if that fits?
See, it fits roughly, can't we? So tempted to stand on that rocker cover, isn't it?
Can you not? Is that... Oh.
You can. It's solid actually, yeah. So, same as this. It literally is exactly the same.
Your t-shirt matches the engine bay.
Yeah, I know, I did that on purpose. Oh, battery's in the way.
You alright in there? Oh!
A few more cables in the way. Can you pass my socket set, please?
Oh!
Replace. Do you want to pull this blue cable through?
Pull it through where?
Back to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to replace it. It's full of glow plugs.
Oh, like a glove. Don't you want to do the sheet metal first?
Yeah, but I can measure this, then you can paint it. You see what I mean? But that thing needs to go at the back, that's all.
Yeah?
Like that. I can't see any other reason. Right, so if I make that quickly, then you can paint it.
Okay.
So a quick update on what we've been up to. Sweating away. There were a few existing like copper pipes and stuff poking through here, so they're all out now. Obviously this metal's rusted quite badly, so we're gonna play over it with some sheet metal. Now, funny story, the sheet metal is actually from Mabel, our Sprinter, and when we were cutting out the windows, we basically had all the panels left, and my mum and dad's neighbour needed a bit of sheet metal, so he had all of it. And anyway, he shouted over the fence this morning. He said, "Oh, do you still need a bit of sheet metal?" I said, "Yeah, we do actually, funny enough." He said, "Oh, I've still got a bit of your old van," so it's really nice. We're going to incorporate a bit of Mabel into the boat.
Aww.
So I'm going to rivet and seal all around the edges. It's just where it's obviously been exposed to dampness before, but once it's all primed up, it's riveted in. Where have you gone? Just gone at everything. But yeah, once it's all riveted and sealed in, should be fine. Now, I'm not saying I was winging it, but I was winging it, and
Winging it pays off sometimes.
it just fits so bloody good. You see that?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, nice. And then
Are we going to paint it?
Yeah, it's going to go grey. And then I've left these on there so we can have little hooks or something maybe, I don't know.
Joe has been more accident prone than usual today. What have you done?
Apart from doing my knees in, I was up here, did that, and then I went back, and then I've done something to my bone there. Oh, is it gone? It's gone down a bit, hasn't it? Or is it just my arm swelling up now?
Joe, that's a bone.
Apart from that, we're all good. Nice and comfortable in here. I've been using a really...
This is such a bad angle of your chins. You're alright, you're alright. They don't mind.
A bit warm under there. So I've riveted in this nice bit of sheet metal that came out of Mabel. I've been using the little rivet gun that Kev, who did the hatches and has come back to do the water tank, he recommended it, and it's so easy. It does it the perfect thing every time without that manual crank. It's a bit lazy, but if you've done a few rivets, it's good. I'm just going to do the top bit now. This is all getting painted, well, that piece is getting painted to match. And I thought it was a cool little sign. I think I pinched it off Mum and Dad, but I'll have it. And I'll do that bit and then seal round. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I love it.
Ow, ow.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. That. Right.
It's all a bit cosy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I thought it was a bit cosy or cramped, but right, nice big. You can tell it's warm because how runny this stuff is.
That's quite a lot in it.
Yeah, about a fiver's worth there. But a good seal. There you go. So I'll put that up like that. Up like that.
Will that hold it in?
Well, that'll seal it, and then I'm going to rivet it on there.
There's a bit of metal coming up.
Right, now
I'd quite like to go to Panama Canal.
Yeah, I like to do a Panama Canal. Right, I'll rivet, hold that in there, that. And then basically, how this little toy works. Kev's got 2 drills. I haven't got 2 drills. So he's got one for drilling, one for riveting, but basically.
Is this what makes loads of noise?
No. Right, we're on there. Oh, I ain't tighten that up, will I?
Oh, how else would you do it?
You get a little hand, look at like that, and then it does it.
Oh.
And I'm gonna do another on that back corner. I'll just do one of there first. Let's try and lift that.
You alright?
I'm fine. My elbow, on the other hand, Danny's insisting we go to A&E in a minute, but I actually realise he's got a fair bit to do on this boat.
You might have gypped for that for years.
Alright. Got there. Oh, I got it. Oh. Ta-da! So warm. Right, what's next? We need a tidy up. That's what's next. A good tidy up. We love tidy up.
You love tidy.
Should we get a cold beer?
No.
I need one for the pain.
No, you're not, Joe.
Oh, injured. Good morning. Sorry we lost you yesterday. It just seemed to be sort of mundane task after mundane task and nothing really worth filming, but we have finished off, or Danny finished off with a bit of spray foam in the gaps that I overplayed. What? Jesus Christ. We had a big old sort out, brought the batteries in. Got 6 130 amp hour, just standard sealed maintenance free batteries. We're debating solar, but the price is so high and I just feel value for money wise, still standard batteries about the best way to go. I mean, the boat might be parked up for a couple of months at a time when we finally get travelling again. It's just a lot of money to have sat there, whilst I think lithium's going to come down in price eventually. So yeah, we've gone for those. We're going to have coffee and make a bit of a...
Come on in.
Let's go try a tiny one. I'm going to make a list. Drive, what are you up to, mate?
I'm doing yoga.
Yoga. I'm going to make a nice list so we're a bit more organised today and actually know what we're doing.
Come on then. List. Woo.
Purple?
Red.
Red.
Green.
You ain't going to be able to read it, mate.
Do red then.
So, CLS.
What's that for?
What you painted yesterday.
Yeah. I can't read your writing.
I asked you if you wanted to do it.
I can't.
You said you can't spell. Second battery tray, fit. I'm going to have to paint Mabel's sheet metal.
This isn't in any order, is it? No. Tongue and groove?
What?
Start?
I'll do that down the bottom because that's it, like once it's raining this afternoon.
And plywood?
TGV. Start. Anyone for any more?
Plywood.
I can tell you for now, if we're doing tongue groove, we ain't going to get any plywood up, mate. How many hours do you think there is in a day? Plywood. I just thought of something then, but I forgot it straight away.
This is Joe's list if you can read his writing. Bless your heart.
And then leave a black
Bless your
pen
little
out.
heart. Huh?
Leave a black pen out and we'll cross it out as we go. Also, whilst I've got you here, am I silly or brave in wanting to tackle the tiller bearing on my own?
What, this?
Yeah. Looks old, doesn't it?
I don't think you should do that.
No?
What if you can't get it to work and then we got to move?
You'll have to hang off the back and then paddle in what direction we want to go.
No.
Sure? No, not today,
You don't
obviously.
know what. Yeah, obviously not today. You don't know what you're doing.
I might ask Kev when he's here.
Please don't do that. I don't doubt your abilities, but
Also, the rivet gun broke yesterday.
don't buy one.
Bit disappointed.
I feel like
I can't see how Kev uses his day in day out and I use mine for less than half an hour.
He did something wrong. He said that one as well, didn't he?
Hmm.
He didn't say an expensive one.
Heavy-handed.
No.
Right, we're going to finish our coffee and then we're going to start on the list. Alright.
Right. How about you go inside and I'll start painting that bit because otherwise that's never going to dry.
Alright.
Oh, hold your coffee.
No,
Just hold your coffee.
Where are you going to put it?
I don't know.
Go on in. Oh,
There.
Yeah.
Will that just fall? Will that be alright?
Slowly, hold it then. I don't. What are you doing? Would you look so awkward?
You typing it up so you don't have a poorly elbow.
Yeah, bleeding hurt.
Looks good as new.
So Danny very kindly painted the underside of this second battery tray last night. It's going to sit on a swim, something like that. I'm going to paint that at a later date. Now, been mounted on here is going to be the starter battery and the diesel heater, which, because it's been installed on a boat, needs a special bracket, which I need to try and fabricate or make some timber to hold that up right here. And starter battery, something like this. Now I've gone for a Webasto Top 2000. It's basically like we had an S-Bar brand in the van when we did that. I just thought I'd try Webasto this time. Paperwork, exhaust, and inlet, fuel line. I don't know what that is. So I bought the wrong bracket. There's actually one that you can get which is support on both sides, which just makes way more sense. I don't know why I bought this one. So one of those is coming for a tenner. So if anyone wants this one, let me know. All and welcome to it. But at least now I know what footprint it's going to take up on this, so I can fit a battery strap, put it in, fix it, and then tackle the diesel heater at a later date. So the battery tray's outside drying.
Yeah, so whilst everything's drying, we're going to cut a bit of wood to fit in here so we can shut the door properly. It's a bit baggy, if that's the right word. And I'm going to scrape this bit back because it looks fun.
And then you go paint it.
Yeah.
Paint all in one.
What, you want me to paint that white?
I reckon we have to, once I've cut it, we have to paint it.
Alright.
It's basically 90mm strip. And then I'll angle it off after 90mm. It needs to be 790 by 103. One of those stop-start days, isn't it?
Yeah.
All this needs doing. So, what are we doing? Taking the lock off.
So you're going to take the
this.
lock off, so I can sand it all properly. Then I'm going to paint it with white. Hopefully that sticks. I don't know. I don't know how well that's going to stick, but we're not going to keep the door white. This all looks very white. If you know me, you know very well that this boat is not going to stay white. But these are all undercoats in prep for the bright colours that lie ahead. And I'm going to paint this bit that Joe's cut kindly, just so then it's sealed all the way around.
Yeah, right.
Makes more
Cool.
sense, doesn't it?
What do you want? Workbench set up for you?
I'll get out here.
No, because it's all the seeds, mate. The tree just in front of us keeps blowing its seeds all over the place, so I'll set this up here.
Fine.
There you go.
Thanks.
We've got a like for like one to replace it with. I'm going to take it off now, shall I? So one sanded and masking tape door.
Yep. So I'm going to paint the edge. It is meant to actually rain later, so I'm going to paint the edge so then worst case we can paint it inside and then let it dry and then put the new lock on.
Whilst Danny does that, I'm going to try and fit the battery trays in. So I've already done this one, but I've got an additional length of CLS which is going in underneath just to support it, because obviously with 6 batteries on it's a fair bit of weight, and I might try and fit the other side now. So how dry is it?
I haven't actually tried.
Might be too wet, we'll see. So if I fix this in, I need to pilot some holes through this just like I did on the other side. They're going to be along this strip. I can get Danny to keep an eye out on the other side. And this sort of general direction.
Yep.
See it?
Yep. This Sharpie doesn't work. Oh. Where the Sharpie's gone?
Huh?
Do you know where the Sharpies are?
That's all clear somewhere.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Second shelf installed. Don't worry, the sealant's getting painted over once it's dried. Next up to draw a lovely hole in my tin plate to let the heat ducts in through.
Gone through?
Yeah, we have a hole.
Is that where that pipe's going
Yeah.
through? Do you need all that then?
No, but it's just cutting it off before you know how much you need, isn't it? Right, tick off this list then.
Dark green, nearly Christmas.
I do, yeah.
That one?
I haven't done that yet, but
Okay.
all I need is some glue.
This one?
Second back, yeah. Paint sheet metal, you did that.
Yeah.
Drill cord for ducting.
Woohoo!
Didn't do battens on bulkhead. Diesel heat bracket, I've ordered a new one, but that's easy. CLS bracing, I'd cross that one out with the red because we don't need that anymore.
Where?
This plus CLS bracing exhaust. Oh, I didn't do the exhaust though.
We've crossed it off now. You better hurry up. We didn't put my door on there, but I did that. Plywood?
No, we didn't. Oh, is that piece? Just got to glue it in. Yeah, I'll glue that in now. Cables, we'll do that in a
What's
minute.
that say? Oh, tongue and groove.
TGV, tongue and groove.
We've all done alright. I don't feel like we've done much today, but we clearly have.
It's just all bitty stuff at the minute, so like it puts me off filming because you do one thing, you start, but yeah, that's just how it is at the
I
minute.
painted the door, that wasn't on here. I don't
Oh yeah,
really
so
know
we
why
showed
did
them, yeah.
that. It's because it's the nicest day, and otherwise it's not going to get done ever.
Two coats of undercoat. Come on, right. Is it two coats all over that?
Yeah, why?
No, just wondering.
Oh.
I'll stick the plywood in quick. Only got one shot of doing this before I get all the sealant everywhere, haven't I?
Yeah, that's why I said, why have you done black?
Because that's what colour they make with adhesive. Does it still fit or not?
What do you mean, does it still fit? You got one shot. Oh yeah, that looks lovely. Well done.
Right then. Clamp that.
That looks nice. Aren't you going to have to edge that bit out of the metal, of the wood, where the metal's out?
What, that?
Yeah.
Possibly we'll do that with a multi-tool after.
Alright then, you've got your dirty fingerprints on my nice white surface.
That's set for a bit and then yeah, whole tube cork in that.
You aren't going to use a whole tube. What about the bottom bit? Is that sticking out a bit more? Have you got another thing?
Where? That bottom bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nothing for it to stick into anyway.
Oh. What a pretty door. Do you love it?
Yeah, I'm just seeing if we need them old longer bolts in there. We're going to need them longer bolts.
Better already.
Got to use the bleeding old flathead, haven't we?
Why, have they not come with any?
Yeah, they're not long enough.
Can't you get some more?
I'm going to get a wire brush on these in a minute. Bit WD-40 comes in from the other end. This actually goes on here first. Right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Right. Now that gets bolted.
Their instructions.
Probably, but we've had this for quite a few months now.
Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in. Then push it the other way round.
If it still goes that way, the bolt holes. What does that actually do?
Are we best friends?
Yep.
Do you reckon that goes in now?
You probably would go in now, wouldn't you? Oh, secure.
It's something.
Yep.
It's these holes, isn't it?
No, not yet. That goes on after.
How many humans does it take to put a lock on? How many Danni and Joes? That's a bit wonky.
Yeah, I know, I'm going to adjust it after, mate. Oh my god. Just focus on getting the screws in the hole first. Holding it or not? I don't really know what you're holding.
I'm holding it.
Sure?
That's just going round, that's not actually...
It's pulling it back in the lock the other side, you can't see it though. Right.
Ooh! Well, that escalated quickly.
Oh god.
What are you doing?
So, didn't have anything for this to fit to.
Well, no, first it was on the wrong way, you said.
Oh yeah, the thing was run the wrong way. So it was like open, lovely, but then when it went to shut, it wouldn't. So now this, I've got to try and figure out something how to mount this. Tried getting up there, cut the plywood out. That didn't work, so I need to hacksaw it because the grinder's too loud.
And there's a nice new paint job next to us.
Right next to us. Yeah, can you write it?
Oh God.
I'll be back to fan the flame, it won't be long. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to, then I'm home. Keep the home fire burning while I'm gone.
Right, the lock didn't quite go to plan, so we're going to tackle it tomorrow when it's slightly more acceptable to have a power tool go in. We'll see you in the morning.
Good morning, everybody. Last day on the boat this week, so the weather's took a turn for the worst, and it's raining. But luckily we've painted that door, so that's fine. Joe's going to be running some cable in today, so then we can put the towing groove up hopefully a bit later on. Whilst Joe's doing that, I'm going to fanny about with this, try and put some more batten on this bit, or clean it up for batten and...
Ready to apply line it at some point. So I'm just trying to figure out cable sizing for some of the appliances. So the two water pumps are going to be the furthest sort of big power drain things from the batteries. So I'm just calculating what wattage and volt, well obviously a 12 volt, what amps I draw in so I can calculate cable size, because that's going to be the furthest run of cable, so you might experience a bit of voltage drop. The water pump's going to be 10 metres away. There's a cool website called rapidtables.com. There's a few others and they let you put in your details of what you're doing that calculates the voltage drop for you. Now if I was to use the minimum cable size, you'd get a voltage drop of about 10%, 9.7%. So if I go up to 2.5 square mil cable, calculate, it's only a 3.5% voltage drop, 0.4, which I'm not sure if that's acceptable or not. I need to have a look at the threshold. So 14 gauge cable that I've got is right on the limit of what's acceptable, so I'm going to go and get some 12 gauge, hopefully that they've got in stock at local chandlers. You're coming for a little adventure as well, aren't you?
Yeah. Does this look good?
Yeah, nice.
We go now?
Yeah, might as well go now.
Oh.
It's been one of those weeks really, and today's been no exception. Bought the cable back, but I then realised I need double the amount because we've got a similar pump. We've got a grey water pump going the same, which is similar ampage, so I need similar size cable. So I spent about 2 hours and I've done a real, well, fairly detailed for me drawing of all our cables and whatnot. And that's pretty much eaten the afternoon up. So we're going to wrap this week up here, come back to next week with a fresh mind and whatnot. And hopefully, what's in store for next week? Finish the tongue groove off.
I'm just not even saying what's in store because it never gets done. Hopefully do the battening on here.
Yeah, we were about to... Guess what, Danny's been scraping this out very kindly, and got these ridges, which on here I've managed to get around, but I think we're going to have to machine the batten down so that they don't protrude too much because we don't want to stick out too far from here. But anyway, that's just, yeah, another story. So we'll see you next week. Thank you for bearing with us, and hopefully one day this boat will be finished.
Foraged steel.
Huh?
Foraged steel.
Forged.
Oh.
Foraged. What?
You're a cock.
Thank you.
What's more about that alpaca that they were trying to save?
From where?
They thought he had TB.
Yeah, that sort of rings a bell.
Post-mortem showed that he didn't have TB. That's not funny. Joe,
Well, who killed him then?
the government.
What government?
Our government.
Oh.
The owner's been trying to fight it for 4 years and they finally killed him. And the post-mortem showed he didn't even have TB. That's what she said the whole time.
Idiots, man. Humans, everybody. The main draw, or the main cable length at that end, and I don't even make sense. The biggest things, no, the biggest power?
The most power.